Hello, this is Geeks Assembled Audio Heads, and Lee and I are here. And today we are reviewing sort of a festive, in places, piece called The One Doctor. It's got Mel and the Sixth Doctor and some other folks that are calling themselves. You'll find out. Lee, what's your opening thoughts on The One Doctor?
Well, it's been a few years since I listened to this. Um, this was released in 2001,
Right?
around December time. Um,
Yeah.
and it's the story of a con man and his assistant conning planets out of money, pretending to be the Doctor, pretending to save the planet from alien threat when it's them who've set the whole thing up. Until the Doctor turns up, the real Doctor, and wants
Mm-hmm.
to put up to it. Um, and that's the gist of it until the um, the cylinder
Mm-hmm.
appears in the sky, demanding tribute, or the planet will die, and that's the real threat.
Right.
So the Doctor, Melanie, uh, the imposter Doctor, and his companion have to gang together to get these three tributes, or the planet is destroyed, and that's the gist of the story. It's um, it's done in a more comedic way. Um, because of the writing and also the people they've got in this. Because the imposter turns out to be a character called Banto Zame, played by Christopher Biggins. Now, if nobody knows who Christopher Biggins is, he's a well-known character actor in the UK. Um, going back to the 70s, he was one of the original um, what do you call it, Transylvanians in the time warp scene.
In
In,
the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
yeah, and he was well known for playing a character in the comedy Porridge called Lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Yeah, and then he went on to loads of things, presenting and all like that. And he's well known for doing pantomime every year, playing the Dame. Um, and this was what this was. It was sort of a Doctor Who, does sort of a pantomime esque sort of, it was comedy and stuff like that. And also, you say you've got the character of Sally Ann Stubbins, played by Claire Buckfield, who was she was just sex mad most of the time.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, she referred to the Sixth Doctor as sexy, and that's something you know I on some level I completely agree with, and so that's why his fan page that I run is called Sexy City or Sexy Sixty or Doctor Who in the 80s. So yeah, that I was like, go on,
we
Sally.
and also you've got well before he joined Doctor Who on TV,
Uh-huh.
Matt Lucas playing the cylinder and the Jelloid.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Matt Lucas is a well-known comedy actor over here, and then he
Yeah.
went to Doctor Who playing Nardole.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a few familiar names in this cast. Um, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good thing. They had to go on his quest and get these three treasures. What was it? The one of it was the shelves of infinity.
Uh-huh.
The other one was it was a huge. I think it was a diamond,
Uh-huh.
and the other one was what was the other one?
A,
Oh well,
a box. Pandora's box type.
Well, it was Mentos. That
Yes,
was it was Mentos. I was trying to remember the name Mentos. It was the box of well, it was knowledge, wasn't it? It was,
yes,
but that was but that was set up as the weakest link,
that really was.
2001,
Uh-huh.
well before 2005 when Russell T Davies nicked the idea
Right.
for was it Bad Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what Russell T Davies has done for all of his career has nicked ideas. And he's still doing it now and still getting all the credit. But there again, I'm not going down that route.
But
Hack,
the
hack
interesting
writer.
thing was that it was that he had Mentos had been the character, the excuse me, the champion
Yeah.
on Weakest Link or uh, in substantial personality or something, whatever their version of it was for 36 millennia. I mean, 36,000 years. I mean, that was amazing.
He was the only contestant, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he never
He just
got
every
the only
knowledge.
way that he would have ever gotten booted off is that he got something wrong, but he never did. He never got anything wrong. So go on.
Even if he knew everything, what the doctor had thought and wished for,
That
and the
was
question was, what don't you know?
that was the question.
That was the downfall.
Oh, oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's an enjoyable. It is. It's a romp. I think they made it like that because it came out at Christmas time in 2001.
And
Uh,
it really like a panto. You're
yeah, it wasn't sort of Christmassy themed, but it
no,
was more of a a pantomime comedy, which it was enjoyable. It was good to listen to it again.
yeah.
It's a shame they don't really do that now at Big Finish. I think they've lost the sense of humour. They don't really release funny story. You know what I'm getting at, Susan.
Yeah, and when I was looking at the cover of this thing, um,
Uh-huh.
it looked like I was like that must be Sylvester. There must be some, but that was Christopher Biggins, and I was like, oh, oh wow, fooled me.
It's not a very good cover actually, to be honest.
It fooled me. I mean, it
Yeah,
sucked
yeah,
drew me in, just like the folks on the celloid or the skeloid planet.
the skeloids. Yeah,
So there was like skeloids and the jelloids.
I mean the jelloid. That was a good character.
That was a good character. Oh my gosh.
The lonely jelloid.
Singing the song all the time. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was enjoyable to listen to. It's you take it for what it is. It's supposed to be a fun romp. It's not to be taken seriously.
Right.
And I wish Big Finish would stop taking themselves too seriously and make some fun ones like this again.
Yeah, I mean, this one was ripped off in many different forms, like the Bad Wolf
Yeah.
uh, telly station, and then there was also the Next Doctor. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that whole one came out of this in a way,
Wow.
and it was fun that that at the end the Doctor was being sort of buttered up, like after having to be super humble and super humiliated for most of it, you know. At the end, they were like, "Okay, you look like a mad mad, mad critter, but you really are all of that at a bag of chips. You
But
know?
also as well,
Chips.
also as well, we get the sixth Doctor, or sixty,
Uh-huh.
uh, being loose with his lips, giving
Uh-huh.
giving Sally a big kiss.
I know, that was fun.
And of
Yeah,
course, she gets the wrong idea.
but yeah. And her industry was or his industry his abilities were increased by many Mel workouts
Hmm.
and drinking a ton of carrot juice. So I bought
Oh,
my carrots and one of my turtles, which their little box, their short distance transmat um was called the Stardust.
yes. In
That was just really funny and cute.
Yeah, but also as well, they'd looked at the history records and whatever of the TARDIS
Uh-huh.
and come up with the idea it was a portaloo.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh. And then there was that one there was that one gif of that portaloo spinning around because the wind caught it one time. And all these Doctor Who fans were like, "Oh my gosh, it's the TARDIS."
But the sound of that was the sound of
Of a
a,
toilet flushing.
a flushing toilet. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know. And then like the the constant the noise that it made was all the water the waterworks.
Mm.
And then they were playing Monopoly.
At the beginning, yeah, Doctor being a maniacal tyrant,
Uh-huh.
managing to rule.
That was fun. And so it was very, I mean, so many of these things are like touchstones of holiday. I mean, I just got back from my holiday with my family in Montana, and you just have these sort of you know traditions,
Hmm.
and the Doctor playing board games with a companion. You just get back to that whole thing with like the Doctor playing with K9 or playing chess with Romana or playing. I mean, there's just all these fun moments of the Doctor playing games with. I mean, not even to go back as far as like the Celestial Toymaker, but just that that sort of lighthearted uh, Christmas thing. I didn't even remember that this was necessarily completely surrounded by Christmas ideas, but it really did fit my whole reality while I was away. So I really enjoyed the hell out of listening to this. This was certainly something that really brought it home. And Gareth Edwards and let me see who else was the other writer. Clayton Hickman. Oh, Gareth Roberts and Clayton Hickman wrote it, and they did such a great job. Oh my gosh, very good.
I mean, I did like. There was one mention of Christmas in this where Melanie was telling the story of one winter where everything was snow and everything, and they were planning to put on a play at the I can't remember where she said it was now. Was it a church hall or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
The traipse through all the snow. They were determined to get there. They finally got there. They put the show on, And he says, "Oh, did everybody enjoy it?" She says, "Nobody turned up."
I
No,
know.
we still put the joke. Nobody turned up. And then there's another scene where they're thrown, they're locked up, and he says, "Oh, stop! Just have some food. Well, how are we going to get some food? Well, there's a vending machine over there next to the sofa. And they're supposed to be locked up.
Right, right.
Little things like that. It's comedy writing.
That's right. That vending machine was actually really useful.
Yeah,
It,
but
it broke through the door to get them out.
mm,
Hmm.
but yeah, Doctor Who does need humour
Mm-hmm.
a hell of a lot, and humour has been a big part of Doctor Who from 1963.
Yeah,
But they seem to have forgotten about that these days. You do need a bit of humour.
yeah.
You had humour with Troughton, you had humour with Pertwee, you
You
definitely had
had
humour with
you had
Tom.
you had humor when in the middle of Galaxy 4, or what was it, the chase?
Yeah.
The doctor broke the fourth wall to turn to the audience and said, "Happy Christmas, everyone!" And I was like, I
Oh,
mean,
that was the Dalek Master Plan. That.
I like Master Plan. That's the one.
Yeah. Humour's always been present with Doctor Who.
Yes.
You can mix science fiction, suspense, threat, and humour together.
Yeah.
But for some reason, these new
We,
Who
we need
writers,
a, need a new Douglas Adams, a new Terry Pratchett, a new comedy
when
writer like that to come along.
when I was when I was re-listening to this today, it was it was Douglas Adams.
A little bit, yeah.
It
Right.
was it was so the writing was they were channeling Douglas Adams.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Definitely. I see that.
Yeah, um, and you can't go wrong with that.
Right. And Bonnie Langford, one of our former podcast members, was absolutely besotted with Bonnie Langford. He would follow her around like a puppy dog. And I was like, she's worth it. Yep, she is. I mean, she was, her just discussing like the way that this infinity shelves worked, and like then the way that the box, the infinity shelf, what do these three things do for these gelids, and
I mean, that was a good
and that,
that was a good creation. The Infinity Shelves.
yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't realize until they were halfway
I'm
through.
afraid that my thing broke here, but I'll just keep talking
You keep talking, you're frozen, but
because,
you're
sorry if it is on my.
yeah, you're there.
No.
Yep, yeah, yeah. It'll be all right when it's recording. So yeah, I enjoyed it. So back to you, Susan.
An audio to listen to.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I was just talking a little bit. Maybe I don't know which part it's going to record and which one it isn't. But I would like you to go ahead and, unless you have more to say, you can go ahead and give your final say and score, please.
I think we've sort of wrapped everything up in a nice um big finished bundle here with this one. Yeah, it was good to re-listen to this. Um, take it for what it is. It's a camp romp with sci-fi added to it, and it's enjoyable. It's funny all the way through. So for me, it gets 10 tributes out of 10.
That's awesome. And for me, I would say it was 10 Stardust as out of 10. I liked that thing, and like I thought it was really cute, and I would just like to thank you guys for listening. Do like and subscribe to this channel. And then by all means, hit the bell notification for the upcoming releases on this ever growing channel. Join us if you would, please, on social media, Facebook, X, or whatever. Also, talk to Lee if you'd like to join us on these podcasts. If you would like to work with us, we would love to have you.
Yeah,
All you have
you've
to
got to
do is
contribute.
have a camera, a microphone, and a device that can work with Zoom, and be 18 or over and have a have Zoom and be available on Sunday at 9 p.m. UK time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it. And please, please do have a really happy New Year. I will see you in the new year, and you you make this channel what we are really, really grateful for all the watches. That happy New Year.